Hey, parents. This is Tim. Just wanted to touch base with you. So, I get a lot of inquiries about gentle parenting and what's going wrong because many parents they feel like they're doing the gentle parenting thing, but they don't know why it's not sticking. So, many times gentle parenting has got confused with permissive parenting, not because the parents are bad or the kids are bad. Kids will always test limits. They will always test limits. And that's what their job is to do until you figure out what your job is to hold the line. And it's not about perfect parenting. It's just simply about being more aware of how do we parent better. And many kids, our parents didn't give us this handbook, right? So I mean, we pass this stuff down, and our parents pass down to us issues and that kind of thing. I heard a guy once say that if you pass down less issues to your kid than you received, then you're doing good. So the bar is not set very high, but understanding that you're here looking, you want to find out what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right, and how to fix that. So, understanding that gentle parenting is got confused with permissive parenting, and it leads to poor boundary development, can help you understand that kids, they don't, a lot of parents think that if they're friends with their kids, or they're permissive to their behavior, or just whatever, that it can help them. But the problem is that when you start loosening the boundaries, when your kid overreacts or reacts harshly to whatever, it leads to the kid not knowing where the boundary is at, and they will test more. So I want to just touch base on that and simply help you understand that not having boundaries, or not having strong boundaries, is not the answer. You must hold the line, and you must hold the line beyond your comfort zone, because sometimes kids will melt down, they'll do whatever they do, right? Because I mean, they're kids, right? They don't know how to respond. And if we haven't shown them proper ways to respond, then they'll have boundary issues, which is okay. I mean, we're working on this, right? So I mean, we're parents working on issues. So how do you figure out what's best for them, and how best to lay those boundaries out? One of the things that I've done, my wife and I both, and she's the catalyst to this. I mean, I'm not some brilliant guy. I'm just a regular guy that I've figured out a lot of stuff, right? We have 17 kids to our home. And every one of them, minus one, has went on to create a better life for themselves and for their kids. And I couldn't be more proud of that. And it's hard. It's not easy, right? Because I mean, parenting is effing freaking hard, right? But what do? We go into it understanding the best we have, and understanding the best that we know, and just trying to make better on that. And that's all it's about. But being consistent, and being available to your kids, and being willing to know when you F up, and tell them, hey, look, I got it wrong here. Because you know what? That is a huge piece of the puzzle, and that is a huge benefit to your kids. Because many times our kids think we're perfect and we don't mess up. But if you tell them, hey, look, I got it wrong, I made a mistake here, it makes you human. It makes you like, wow, what mom messed up, dad messed up, they got it wrong, so that's okay for me to mess up. Because you're giving them permission to mess up, and not in a bad way, obviously with limits. But you want to set the groundwork for, yes, it's okay to mess up. It's okay to get it wrong. It's okay to go back and say, hey, I messed up. That's so critical to our kids, critical to the development, the neural pathways, everything. All right. I mean, and we started doing this. We apologized early on, like when we got it wrong, because I mean, we're gonna blow up. You're gonna be too much or overbearing or blah blah or helicopter parent. You'd be like when you're revisiting that in your head and you say, "Hey, I got that wrong." Go back to your kid and say, "I got it wrong." It's so liberating. I promise you, it's liberating. It's scary as hell to begin with because you didn't get that from your parents. So you don't know what that sounds like or what that feels like, or you think they'll think less of you. It it absolutely grows you, and it grows the kid because they know they don't have to have it perfect. Because the perfect parent leads to a fucked up child. I'll just tell you straight out, okay? If you think you're perfect or you try to be perfect to your kid, you're gonna f them up, okay? So just understand that being able to come to your kid and say, "Hey, look, I got it wrong, and I'm going to do better, or I'm not going to do this, or whatever." It helps your kid grow. It really does, and it helps you grow because you don't have to have it perfect. You don't have to be a perfect parent. So just sorry, I want to get on the soapbox, but one of the things that the kids don't understand, or that we don't understand, is that kids that are from generation of parents that are focusing on breaking harmful cycles pass down the different things they got from their parents and their grandparents. But most of the content out there is just for therapy speak, right? So I mean, I've lived this. I grew up with some broken parents, and I thought that was a bad thing for me. But looking back, it's like, yeah, it wasn't great, but I learned so much about what not to do and what to do. Not because I'm great or whatever. It was divine intervention. Okay, so I mean, God had a hand on my life, and I should be dead or in jail. But because I made transitions over the years, and I tried to grow beyond what my parents gave me, I've been blessed to be able to come talk to parents and just say, "Hey, it's not about being perfect." And that's so important. It's just, please understand that you don't need to be a perfect parent. You need to be a parent that's growing, a parent that loves their kids and is working beyond what your own shortcomings are. Okay, because we all have them, every one of us, me included. I'm not perfect, nor have I ever been. And my perfect infallibility is what's helped me grow and help my kids grow. And just, I mean, I grew up with a blended family. I grew up in a blended family. And I also grew a blended family for 30 plus years, right? My boys are so awesome. And I'm blessed to be a part of that. So I just want to let you know, not about being perfect, just about being willing to grow. Okay. So the frameworks we pass down, the frameworks we share, for me, I can share with foster parents, adoptive parents, anyone that has raised a kid that has a hard background, because it's not about perfection. It's about being willing to grow. So how do you grow your children? Okay, I want to try to make better kids than what I was growing up, and I've succeeded in that. I want to do it again. My grandkids, I've got grandkids. I got seven. Look, I have no biological children, okay? But I've got 17 kids that I've been a part of. So I have 6 grandkids. Love it, love it, love it, love it. But I'm able to share with them just little things here and there in the play moments, because that's the way kids learn, is when they're playing. If you wait till they blow up or wait till you blow up to try and have a moment, you're getting it wrong. We got to do it when we're playing, or when we're talking, or when we're playing over whatever, card games, Hot Wheels, all this stuff. It's been around for a long time, right? So just understand, it's about growing. So, the one thing that chaotic homes are missing, it's not love, it's stability. And I can speak directly to this because I grew up in a home with love on one hand, but then also instability, in that I didn't know the boundaries, the rules. They changed with whether like I had, two different parents, right? And they separated, so they had different wives and husbands, that kind of thing. And so I had to learn to read the person because I didn't know what I was getting into, sometimes. So just, I'm going to quit rambling, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you. If I can help you, if I can be of service, just hit me up. But there's many things that we're doing well, and there's a few things we need to work on. So, and part of it is not being a perfect parent. So, I hope that this has been educational, and feel free to like or subscribe. Okay. All right. Take care.